There's a lot of talk going around about a new Mortal Kombat movie, which is supposed to be releasing either sometime during the second half of 2024 or during the first half of 2025. Um, I don't think there's like any trailers or anything like that. There's just been like talk for the most part, and it would make sense that that we get a another Mortal Kombat movie, especially considering how successful the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021 was. Um, like I believe like we learned that Mortal Kombat 2 was in development like sometime in 2022. At least that's when I heard it. And the one we got in 2021 was better than the first two Mortal Kombat movies by leaps and bounds. But the first Mortal Kombat movie from '95 and Annihilation from '97 are always going to be considered like iconic for the most part. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is iconic because it's so bad that it's good, and the first movie wasn't great, but it was memorable. But we knew that this upcoming movie Mortal Kombat 2 was going to happen eventually because it seems like the franchise has become more popular than it's ever been within the past couple of years, especially like if you look at the teens decade. You had Mortal Kombat 9, the video game, back in 2011. It was basically like a reboot to the series, and it brought back a lot of lapsed fans. That was followed by Mortal Kombat 10 in 2015. That was a huge commercial success. And you got Mortal Kombat 11 from 2019, and that's probably like the best selling game within the entire series. And for the most part, it seemed like we had gotten all these animated films between 2020 and 2022, and the animated films are cool, but I think it's at a point now where they could probably go back to like big screen projects and stuff like that with the series. And um and obviously Warner Brothers has basically done a great job with distributing and producing Mortal Kombat games and movies and all that stuff. And the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, based off of what has been reported on various websites and various in various like places, is that pretty much like I think they're still in the process of trying to like film things and everything like that, because I believe filming was supposed to start earlier this year, and then we had the writers strike that happened, and that kind of put everything to a standstill. And I'm not exactly sure whether or not that's going to end up delaying the overall release date for Mortal Kombat 2, but I'm not exactly sure how far they're at in relation to development. I remember back in like late 2022, the one of the creators, Ed Boon, said that he was reading like scripts or something like that, something that he tweeted out in like December of 2022. And it was unclear whether or not it was like one script or multiple scripts or what have you. But he seemed like he was very excited about basically like seeing what might be included in the upcoming movie, or just ideas and stuff like that just being thrown around. And a lot of people are excited about this as well. And I do feel that this is something that's going to be better than the first two Mortal Kombat movies that we got back in the 90s. And some would probably go on record and say that the Mortal Kombat film from 97 may have played a role in the series losing its popularity, because it was hard for people to take it seriously and all that other stuff. But I do feel like with the past like couple of Mortal Kombat animated films that we got, like Mortal Kombat Legends, Battle of the Realms, Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, and then there was one that came out this past year. I can't remember what it was called. I believe it was like Legends Snow. Yes, Legends Snowblind. It came out this past year. Um, yeah, it seemed like the animated films has been like good for the Mortal Kombat series, and a lot of people feel like if Mortal Kombat had its own television series, it would probably um, it would probably be a failure, similar to how the first one was from 1996. Yeah, the Mortal Kombat animated series from '96 was just, it was almost every bit as bad as the Street Fighter animated series from 1995. But for the most part, a lot of people have high hopes for this upcoming Mortal Kombat movie. I believe they have a cast like set in place and all that, and I don't really know anything about any of them, but I don't know. I mean, it looks promising for the most part, and I heard like the first movie, like for Mortal Kombat, or like the first Mortal Kombat movie, like of the 2020s decade, like that took like 17 months to finish. And when I'm talking about the first movie, I'm talking about the film from 2021 that took like 17 months to finish like production and post production. So I'm not exactly sure if this upcoming film is going to take longer and when the exact release date is going to be. But I would rather it come out in 2025 if like the movie is polished and it's something that would be compelling and it would it would have more appeal than the 2021 movie. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, I do feel like it's going to be one of the more highly anticipated films of 2024, 2025. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be based off of any particular video games or anything like that, but I do feel like whatever story they tell is going to be something that it's going to be something that maybe we haven't really like seen before, or maybe it's something that we are familiar with but it's like it's slightly different, or it's told in a different way. But I would like to see something new opposed to them just kind of like retelling like one of the older stories of the past in a different light, even if it is with the same characters, because you got to use the older characters in order to get people invested into the movie itself. I believe characters like Sub Zero, maybe Scorpion, and all of them are going to return. Like fan favorite characters are going to return and all that. But as far as what the story is going to be about. I'm not exactly sure. I believe like Shao Kahn is supposed to be in this. He's supposed to be like one of the main villains in this upcoming movie. But I do feel that this is something that a lot of people will become like excited about once it's close to its release date. And I do feel that if this movie becomes a success, it's going to be something that will probably like lead to another Mortal Kombat movie, like a Mortal Kombat 3 movie. And hopefully later down the line, we get an anime series, not like an animated film, but an actual animated series on one of the apps for those who are like smart TV users. But yeah, as far as the Mortal Kombat 2 movie is concerned, I'm hoping and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it comes out sometime next year. But if it doesn't come out next year, it'll most likely be in 2025.